In this lesson, we will discuss Cramer's rule and I will show you how to solve the equations with the help of Cramer rules. So see, in the last lesson, we have discussed matrix inverse method. In this lesson, we are solving the same questions, which is the requirement of the question as well, that we have to use the matrix inverse method as well as Cramer's rule to solve this equation. It means we have to find out the value of x and y. So same question, use matrices if possible to solve the following systems of linear equations. These are the linear equations and we are going to discuss Cramer's rule here. Right? Okay. Simple as that, we have to find out the value of x and y. Here I will write down that x, the value of x we will find out with the help of these. Same thing, y is equal to a, y is equal to determinant of a, right? See, if I am writing this x here, right, a little bit beneath a, it is called the subscript. Just like if I will write down x square y cube or whatever, it is called superscript. This is subscript. So how we will find out the value of x? X is equal to a of x, then determinant of a, and same thing for y. It means in this question we should find out the value of determinant of a, see determinant, and then we have to find out the value of ax and ay. These things we should know in order to find out the value of x and y. So here I am going to start. The first step is the same step whatever we did in the case of matrix inverse method. So step number 1 is we will make the matrix. I will show you here with the help of coefficient 3, 2, 3, -2 and 2. Now what does it mean? See, these are the equations, equation 1 and equation 2. 2x, this is called variable, x is the variable, y is the variable, and see 2x, so it means 2 is the coefficient of x, 3 is the coefficient of x, so I have mentioned 2, 3, and then whenever you will see negative, you should be very careful. If I will ask you what is the coefficient of this y, then you have to say -2. So -2 and 2, we made a matrix with the help of coefficient. Second is we will write down the variables. So we have two variables x and y, and same thing if you have a and b, x, z, s, t, whatever, you have to use the same variable. Equal to, you have these two constant 4 and 6, write down as it is. This is step number 1. Step number 2 is we have to find out the determinant. See, because determinant we have to use here, determinant we have to use here in this formula. So this is our matrix. Here if I say this is A is equal to 2, -2, 3 and 2. So how we'll find out the determinant? See, these line represents determinant. These large bracket symbol shows this is called the matrix. But if I will write down in these two straight line, it means I'm going to calculate the determinant of it. So how you will find out the determinant of A? First you have to multiply this diagonal entries, 2, 2 times 4, and then these two. Always you have to use the negative sign between, and there is one another negative, -2 multiplied by 3. So I will write down here, okay? So it will be 4 plus 6, which is equal to 10. So determinant of A is 10. This is the one requirement of this equation. We have calculated determinant of A. Right, first step is we have to make the matrix with the help of coefficient, then variables, then constant. In second step, we have calculated the determinant with the help of this matrix A. Now one more thing, again I am saying that when you will solve your question in your exam or in your copies, please do not write down like this. You have to do this step after this, right, very neatly. If you will solve all the questions neatly, there is no chance of error. Otherwise, yes, I am doing this because I want to show everything in one screen. Okay, so this is the one thing. Now we are going to calculate this ax. So see how easy it is. A, first I will write down matrix ax equal to, so see, in this is our matrix 2 minus 2. These two are the coefficient of x. See, 2 and 3. So if we are calculating a of x, so instead of these x coefficient, we will write down 4 and 6, these constant values, 4 and 6, and these two will remain the same. Negative 2 and 2 will remain the same. This is the matrix. We made one matrix. But in the here in the formula, we have to take the determinant. So a of x, just convert this, and then how we will take the determinant of a of x. First you have to multiply these two, 4 multiplied by 2, then negative sign, then these two, negative 2 multiplied by 6, so it will be 8, and positive minus minus plus 12, so is equal to 20, right? So a of x is equal to 20. This is our second requirement, this one. Right, same thing we will do for a of y. Now how we will calculate a of y? See, in this matrix, these two entries represent y, coefficient of y, this one and this one. Instead of these two, now I will write down 4 and x. 2 3 will remain the same, and here 4x. So see, when I was making a of y, I have mentioned these constant value in the first column. Second column was same. Now here this is the y values, so I will write down these two in the y values, and these two will remain the same. So again, but we have to take the determinant of this is equal to, sorry, is equal to, we will erase this. Okay, so 2, 4, 3 and 6, and now we will multiply these two. First 12, 6 2 times 12, 4 3 times, but here you have to use the negative sign. So a of y is equal to, determinant of this is equal to 0. Now you have to write down this formula. I have mentioned here only to show you, right, what we are going to do, how we will calculate the value of x and y. So x is equal to a of x and then determinant divided by a. So what is the value of a of x? A of x is 20, and determinant of a is 10, which is equal to 2. So the value of x is 2. Same thing for y. A of y is 0. So I will write down here a of y, or y is equal to, this is 0, and divided by determinant is same 10. So which is equal to 0. So this is not a of y, this is only y. So the y is 0, or x is equal to 2, or y is equal to 0. So same thing we have proved with the help of matrix inverse method in the last lesson. Here if you put x is equal to 2, y is equal to 0 in either of these two equation, you will get 4 here or 6 here. So see, if I say x is equal to 2 times 4, but y is equal to 0, so 4 is equal to 4, it means our answer is correct. So what are the 3 steps in Cramer's rule? First of all, you have to find out, you have to make the matrix with the help of coefficient. Second step, you have to take the determinant. In third step, we have to find out the value of ax and ay. One more question I will show you. This is step 1. What we will do in step 1, 2, 6, 1 and 5. This is the coefficient matrix 2, 1, 6, 5 and the coefficient is 1 here. Second is write down variable x and y, and third is you have to write down the constant. In step number 2, you have to take the determinant. Suppose this is, I say this is A, so A is equal to 2, 1. This is the matrix, right? And now I am going to take the determinant of this. So I will convert this into lines, straight lines. How we will make? First you have to multiply 5 2 times 10 minus, then this multiply is equal to 4. It means is not equal to 0. So determinant is 4. We can proceed our question. This is step number 2. In step number 3, we will find out the value of a of x. So a of x is equal to, see, these are the x values 2 and 6. 2 and 6. Instead of these 2 and 6, I will use 3 and 1. 3, 1 and y will remain the same. Now I will take the determinant of a of x, 3, 1, 1 and 5. So determinant, first multiply these two, 15 minus 1 which is equal to 14. So our second requirement is this one. Same thing now for a of y. These two represents x and these two y. So instead of y, now I will write down 3 and 1. X will remains the same, but y, for y I will write down 3 and 1. Determinant 2, 3, 6 and 1, which is equal to 2 minus 18, or which is equal to minus 16. So this is minus 16. Now we will put these values in the formula, and you should know how to calculate the x and y. In Cramer's rule, x is equal to a of x divided by this. So a of x is 14 and determinant is, this one is 4. So divided by 4, which is equal to 7 over 2. So the value of x is 7 over 2. Same thing, you should know how to calculate the y in Cramer's rule. A of y is equal to determinant of this. So a of y is a minus 16 divided by 4, which is equal to negative 4. See, 4 one time and 4 times 16. So the value of y is equal to negative 4, x is 7 over 2. If you will put these values in either of these equations, you will get 3 or 1 on the right hand side and left hand side. It means your answer is right. One more question I will solve for you. What is the step number 1, and this is the Cramer's rule. You have to make the matrix with the help of coefficient. If it is minus, you should be very careful. Second, write down the variables. Third, you have to write down the constant values. This is the first step. Step 2, suppose the name of this matrix is A coefficient matrix. You have to take the determinant of this A matrix. And if it is negative, we cannot move further. So this is negative 4, negative, then you have to multiply this. Negative 4, negative, which is equal to negative 10, which is not equal to 0. It means determinant is equal to minus 10. We can solve our question. This is the first requirement. Third step is step number 3. We want to find out the value of ax. So ax is equal to, see, this is the matrix. These two are the coefficient of x. Instead of these two, we will write down this constant. And y will remains the same. Second column will remain the same for ax. And for ay, we will write down the y here. 1 will remain the same. So here you have to take the determinant of this 8, -1, 2, -1, which is equal to, you have to multiply like this. I will do for you, okay? Okay. So it will be 8 minus 1 and then minus sign 2 minus 1. Because if there is negative, you should be very, very careful. And this is positive 2, which is equal to -6. A of x is equal to -6. This is our second requirement. Now is A of y. So same thing. This one, 4 and 3 will remains the same because these are x entries, and for y we will write down this. Now you will take the determinant 4, 8, 3 minus 1, which is equal to -4 minus 24, or which is equal to -28. This is the third requirement, determinant of ay. Right, now you should know the formula, what formula you have to use in order to find out the value of x and y. So this is the formula for x, a of x. So a of x is -6, -6, and determinant is -10. So when we will cut this, x is equal to, cancel out each other, 2 3 time, 2 5 time. So this is the value of x. See, 2 3 times 6, 2 5 times 10. Same thing, you should know the formula in order to find out the value of y in Cramer's rule. It is a of y divided by, sorry, this is a, determinant of a. And a of y is -28, determinant is same, -10. This minus minus will cancel out, to 1 time, to 4 time, to 5 time, which is equal to 14 over 5. This is the value of y, and this was the our question, that find out the value of x and y. If you will put x is equal to this, y is equal to 14 over 5 in either of these two equations. If you are using this, the left hand side should be equal to 8. 8 is equal to 8. If you are using here, the left hand side should be -1 to -1. Right, so this is question number 4. Then now you have to solve this question, follow the same steps 1 2 3 what I have explained to you in case of Cramer's rule. These are the practice problem. These questions are also available in your book as well. Right, but solve it. If suppose your answer is wrong, try one more time again. If you have any question, anything not clear, you can ask me without any hesitation. Write down in comment section, I will solve for you. Now your job is to subscribe my channel, Saima Academy, and thanks for watching.